All right, y'all. I already got him right
here.
here.
He's already
As
right
you
here.
guys can
Just
see,
jumping
we're just
in.
going to keep the thing rolling.
Just subbing in.
We got.
Guys,
No, we appreciate you.
We're pinch hitting
here. Thank
pinch
you
hitting
for
Glenn Lundy.
And I know Glenn's.
Are you
He don't
just
got a lot of
staying
time.
live?
We are just going to stay live the whole time. We're just going to keep it going.
Should I go backwards, hat?
Why not? You know,
do I use this mic?
Yeah, you got that mic.
Are we live right now?
You are
we are live right now.
This whole time I'm talking to you, we're live.
Right. Yes, sir.
They're
yes,
seeing
sir.
the
yes,
backwards
sir.
hat, and then now the frontwards hat.
Jason,
the sideways hat. What about like that?
Boom.
Should I wear it like that?
dude, that's.
Oh, there we go.
Let me get.
Let me rock one of those.
Do a gangster style?
I gotta do a similar.
Right.
So, folks, we are here with the
Seriously,
one,
we are
the
here.
only,
We are here.
Glenn Lundy.
Hey,
Listen,
listen.
our booth, brother. We are so thankful that you're here.
Honored to
High
have
Five
you here,
Patrol
man. You know,
is in the building.
We
You
are
know the
here.
deal.
We are here. We are here. You guys remember that movie? You guys got kids hoarding yours too? Right?
Come on,
Remember
who
that?
doesn't
That's
love
a
that
really
movie?
important movie. You
It's
know
a-
why?
it's a-
There's a lot of lessons in that movie.
Is that right?
You remember the movie Hoarding Yours?
I remember most of it.
All right, so there's these little whoos that live on this little flower dandelion thing,
That's
and there's
right.
this elephant that's telling everyone, hey, there's a whole village of people on here. And the kangaroo's like, there ain't nobody on there, dude. You're crazy, and you're teaching the kids crazy stuff. And so Horton, he's running around trying to save this little dandelion, this fleck, right? And that's like the whole movie. And towards the end, they're about to dip the fleck, like kill the little flower thing. And the who's are all going, we are here, we are here, we are here. And they're trying to break through. And if they could break through and be heard, then they like save their entire planet, right? And at the end, the homeboy's son, he jumps up to the top and he's the last voice. And they finally break through and everybody can hear him. And once everybody can hear him, it saves the world, right? Here's why this is important in today's world. Dude, it's so noisy. Like nobody can hear. Nobody can hear. Nobody can hear what's going on, right? And so it's so important that we as car dealers, as individuals, so on and so forth, that we get real clear, first of all, what is the message that we're trying to put out there? And then we've got to scream it from the freaking rooftop using every platform that we can possibly use, using every tool that we've been given. And we got to go, we are here, we are here, we are here, we are here. Because once we do that, then we can finally, if people can hear us, we break through. It saves everything. So that's what dealers need to be screaming right now to the manufacturers. We are here. We are here. We are here. Pay attention to us. We want to help you. We want to elevate you. Like you guys are gonna kill the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Are you hearing that, manufacturers?
Are
you hearing that right now?
Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Can you not hear
Yeah,
that?
for
I
real.
hope that you hear it over there, Toyota. I hope you hear it over there, Ford.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, that stuff is important because listen, you guys we're paying attention. And you need to throw some more love at these dealers because they love you guys. They're taking care of you. So it's time to
it's not the manufacturer's responsibility. That's the first thing I'll say to everybody that's listening. It is not the manufacturer's responsibility to pay attention to the dealers. The dealers have to make enough noise telling the stories of what we've done for this industry that they can't ignore us. The reason they think they can do it without us is because we don't share the stories enough. We're not loud enough because all these dealers are sitting there going, well, I don't like social media and I don't want to do the video and I just want to sell cars. No, man, come on. You're going to die here, bro.
You're so right.
Speak up, man. If the manufacturers knew what was actually happening in the stores, you think they'd be trying to get rid of us?
No.
We know what happens in the stores, right? Lives are changed in the store. You get some kid off the street that had no direction. You turn him into a man, right? He gets married. He raises his kids, right? Like the taxes, the community, the give backs, the school, the basketball teams that we take care of, all the things. We grew a dealership 800%. They had to hire 8 new people at the DMV to handle all the licensing and the registration and all of that thing. The conversations we have with customers, the people we pour into and elevate, they don't know any of this. We do this every day.
That's right.
Right? But we don't want to go on social media. Dude, dealers,
get over it.
We are here. We are here. We are here. Let the manufacturers know. Let's go.
And speaking about being here, you all showed up for real. I mean, you got your back in black action going on. You got your whole squad running around. 800% Elite Automotive Club is representing at NADA this year.
And rolling in style.
Yeah,
you told me a story, and I
good.
want to touch on it for a moment. You told me yesterday. I was talking about his jet, right? He's flying now, right? This guy is literally, focusing, and he's flying right now. But you mentioned it to me. It's not about showing off.
No.
Right.
It was a decision you had to make for you and your family,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I'll touch on that a little bit. Explain to people. I want people to
For
hear
those
that
of you
because that
that do
impacted
not
me
know.
yesterday. That really opened my eyes to what's going on. Tell people what made you make the decision to own a jet.
Well, first we did some. Well, actually, the catalyst was about 10 months ago. I had 4 speaking events across 5 states, and I left my house, and it took me 9 days to get back home. Those 9 days, like between layovers and da 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 da. In those 9 days, I actually worked in front of another human 8 hours over 9 days, right? And I was like, this is ridiculous,
Bro.
All the wasted time in hotels, all the money I'm spending on meals, like in hotel rooms and rental cars and all this stuff, right? For 8 hours of work. I'm like, this is nonsense. Let's start looking at this. So we started looking at this idea of owning a plane and what that looked like. And my cousin was looking and looking, and my cousin's a pilot. He was looking and looking and looking, and it was like a lot. Like it was a lot of money.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a big difference, right? And so fast forward, 9 months goes by. My cousin brings me this deal. He says, look, man, we did the math. You spent X amount of dollars on travel last year between flights, hotels, food, all this stuff. You can get this, and yes, it's going to be more, right? And it's a decent amount more, but not like out of reach, right? Not out, it's a stretch, but not out of reach. And so when he shared that, my first thought was, well, that's a lot of money, I need to save my money. And then my second thought was, if I don't buy this plane, I will have to look at my wife and my kids, and I will have to say, my money is more important to me than you. That's what I would have to tell them. My money is more important to me. Like, I value money more than I value time with you.
Wow.
That would have that. And so once I realized that, I'm like, no, that's not true.
Right.
My time is more valuable. My family's more valuable. So instead of sacrificing family to save money, we're gonna sacrifice some money to spend time with the family. And that's what made the decision for us. We flipped the switch, and now, I look at the other side of it. We're going to end up making more money anyway.
Come on.
We're going to be more efficient. We're going to be able to hit more stores.
Absolutely.
We're going to have more gold on social media because I got a freaking jet, homie.
Come on.
Hey,
Come on.
I got a jet.
This
homeless ex-con's got a jet.
This
What a
guy,
testimony.
story.
What a
We all know
testimony.
his
What a
story, but that
testimony.
story, what a testimony.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Talking about this industry, how great it is, what it can do for you, the lives that it can change, and how it can impact. I'm gonna tell you something.
Incredible
This
example.
is a great story. Lou, you got a great story. I got a great. But this man right here, I tell you what, inspires the crap out of me. I thank you so much for all your inspiration, Glenn. And I know I tell you all the time, I love to honor you as much as I can because of who you are and what you are to me. To me, you're a lot more than you even know, right? Just watching you do your thing, reading your book, really understanding my sleep cycle, really understanding what I need to do in the morning. The gratitude alone changed my life. Literally changed my perspective on everything in my life. I was the most negative. I was a hard worker. I made a lot of money. I was a great closer, but I was negative a lot. And because I didn't look at the gratitude I had, I looked at everything I didn't have.
Right.
Instead of what do I have? I have everything, more than I ever could imagine.
Right.
This business brought it to me.
That's right.
Why do I have such a negative connotation? No, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to have my gratitude every morning, every day inside my journal. If you open it up, 5 pieces of gratitude. And I thank you for that. I thank you for changing my brain and making it flick over. And, honestly,
thank you for taking action, man.
Dude, bro,
Execute.
I was rocking your shirt at this thing, and Luke comes and goes, yeah, I love that shirt, the Rise and Grind, my great one. I still got it, and I love that shirt, right? The Rise and Grind on there, and Lou's like, dude, what is that? Obviously, Lou, massive Christian over here, right? Loves his church, loves his Jesus, loves his God. But when he saw that shirt, he was like, what is that? Then I introduced him to you. And then we became massive, just inspired by you. So thank you so much. Car Guy Coffee would not be here if it wasn't for Glenn Lundy. And that's true. So we appreciate
you guys
bro.
are amazing, man. I love you guys.
Well, we honor you tremendously. And car guys, you heard him explain the need to go ahead and make the move for the jet and to choose the time with the family over the money that you would have. But in there, you said it on the show the other day. You went over the term time compression.
That's right.
Help some of these incredibles that are watching know how you cram some of the incredible stuff you cram into your day and why a jet even had to become part of the talk and the whole concept around time compression, because I'm sure we all need to learn how to compress some of that time.
Well, just when you study success, man, like I like to study successful people. I love it. And you watch their moves. And I would say the number one common denominator of all successful people is they have a powerful morning routine. That's number one. There's nothing outside of that. The number two that I would say is the most common that I see in really successful people is this idea of they compress time. What we in like the middle class, or for lack of a better word, the little people, average America, what we do is we tend to take a long time to make a decision. We tend to take more time than necessary to complete a task. We procrastinate on things, right? All of that doesn't happen. Like the higher you go, successful people, like I get the honor of hanging out with Grant Cardone sometimes. Bro, I watched the guy put an offer in on a $188 million building 12 minutes after he saw it. Like literally, he's like, let's check this thing out. This thing's huge, right, man? Hundreds of, probably millions of square feet. I don't even know how many square feet. Right, we walk into like the lobby of it. He asks like 8 questions, and he's like, put an offer in, 188 million. I'm like, what? In 12 minutes, bro. That's powerful, man. Right? That's so powerful. He's compressing time. He's saying, okay, so when you do that, what it does is it allows you to do more with less. These are my 4 favorite words for 2023 that I'm sharing with everybody. I need you to do more with less. Okay, you're like, well, what do you mean? Okay, well, I need you to do more with less time, right? So if it used to take you an hour to get something done, now I need you to do that in 30 minutes, right, instead of an hour, right? Let's do more with less. Same thing in our car dealerships, right? You're like, okay, well, I want to sell more cars. Okay, well, I need you to do more with less. Well, what does that mean? That means let's break out of this. Salespeople sell 1 car every 3 days, right? Come on, and let's figure out how to get them selling 1 car every day. Every single day. So now we can have less salespeople that can do more. We can have less managers that can do more. What should an average finance manager do? Well, the industry says the average finance guy should be doing anywhere between 50 and 70 deals. Well, at my store, they were doing 125 to 150. But why is my store any different than your store? It's not, bro. We just decided we were going to do more with less. Amen. Here's what happens when we do that. When we do more with less, those individuals, right, now they get greater opportunities. My guy that's doing 125 deals a month is making twice as much money as the guy that was doing 75 deals a month, which means he's not worried about debt, which means he's able to buy a house, which he's able to take care of his kids, he's able to support his family, he's able to do all of those things. I don't have to worry about his stuff getting repoed. I don't have to worry about all the stuff that happens in this business. Yeah. See, when we allow people an opportunity to thrive, guess what they do? They thrive. And guess what happens when they thrive?
Then we all win.
We all win. That's it. Right. So in 2023, I want everybody to figure out, like, how can we do more with less? Love that time and make it happen.
Hey, folks, I hope you're writing down some notes.
We see you, Rodney.
Yeah, I see you, Rodney. I see you, Michael Mills. I see you, Matt. Thanks. I love you, Matt. Kendra Brown. What's going on? Dream Team Media. What's going on? But yes, listen, Glenn, always honored to have you on the show. Any opportunity we can even have a conversation. I always want to have one with you, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate the way you honor us, too. And it's been a fun journey with you, and we look forward to doing so much more with you. I mean, I love that we share some clients together, so it's really cool to be able to sit down in some of your 800 Club meetings while I'm there. It's just fun to hear what's going on, and you're showing a way. It makes all of us inspired, and I'm excited. I just know that the future and doing more with less is the way to do it, man. I'm excited.
And we got to be loud. What do we got to say, everybody? We are here. So we are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. That's right, everybody. And we are here to forgive, focus, and fly so that we can keep growing. You know the motions. You know the moves, everybody. Let's go ahead and forgive, focus, fly, keep growing, and head on out of here. On 3, 1, 2, 3, forgive. Focus, fly, and keep growing. Car guys, I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And we've been brewing solutions with the one,
the only,
Glenn Lundy. All right, bro. Take it easy, guys.
Love you too, man.
All right, he's got to go.